How much do we know about these two men, these two Russian suspects so far?
Good morning, Belle. Well, this is it, the City Stay Hotel. Not exactly James Bond glamour. It's a shabby two-star in East London. And these two men stayed here for 2 nights back in March. Now, the police are desperate for more information about them. They came into the UK via Gatwick Airport on Russian-issued passports that were authentic, but which had aliases. So the names Alexander Petrov and Ruslan Bosharov, we don't think are their real names. Now, the police did say yesterday they think they possibly know their real identities, but they're not putting those names out into the public because they're appealing for people to come forward to provide any information that they can on these two men to help with their inquiries. Now, this hotel was there where they stayed. The police actually only discovered that they stayed here, though, in May. So there is a 2-month period between March and May where they need to speak to anyone who stayed in this hotel. They weren't at any risk. The trace amounts of Novichok wouldn't have harmed anyone, and they would have seen the symptoms very quickly had they done so. The police say their health isn't at risk, but they need their help with these inquiries.
And what happens next, Vincent? What avenues are open to the British authorities now?
Well, yesterday, the British Crown Prosecution Service laid out the charges against these men, including attempted murder, conspiracy to murder, use of chemical weapons. But the fact is that these men have now gone back to Russia. There isn't much the UK can do to get them in front of a British court because Russia, in its constitution, has a ban on extradition. So the British government is in the same situation as it was a decade ago with Alexander Litvinenko and his poisoners. What they have done, though, is to try to work with international partners to limit the future travel of these men. There is a Interpol red notice on them, there is a European arrest warrant, and later on today the British government via the UN Security Council will be putting forward the case to international partners to try to make sure that the sanctions in place against Russia stay put and to convince them of any more moves that they want to take against Russia.